Alrighty, so good evening. I am Noah Williams. I'll be serving as the 2021-2022 Mr. Xavier University of Louisiana. I am from Ponchatoula, Louisiana. I'm a biology pre-dental major, and we are super excited to have you tonight.
Thank you.
My name is Kirsten McGowan. I am a biology pre-pharmacy major from Chicago, Illinois. And I'm super excited.
Alrighty, so would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. LaToya Cantrell, Mayor of the City of New Orleans.
Alrighty, awesome. So to start off, we want to ask you, how was your experience at Xavier? And how has it helped you lead the City of New Orleans throughout the pandemic?
Well, my experience at Xavier was one rooted very much in community, not just being a student on campus, but fostering relationships in neighborhoods surrounding Xavier, but also living off campus right at 3rd and Carondelet for the most of my time while in school, as well as working in hospitality in the city of New Orleans. So a very holistic viewpoint there, which really got me into focusing on community, meeting people where they are, and particularly forming relationships that I still depend on every single day. So whether that is with Dr. Silas Lee, who was my professor, he's my now, and even Dr. Francis, who we would speak while he was on campus, and with that level of respect that was demonstrated while I was there, carried over to my adult life and caused me really to find my home in the city of New Orleans. And I've just invested so much of my life, adult life, all of it in this community.
That is awesome. That's awesome. And yes, that's definitely Xavier's mission, to ensure that we do, make an impact in the community for sure.
Alrighty, so the next question is going to be, in what ways has Xavier impacted New Orleans throughout the pandemic?
Well, Xavier University of Louisiana has been an integral partner, I know, with me serving in this capacity as mayor. From March of 2020, organizing committees, working that to be my reopening task force that then transitioned into recovery work. So Dr. Barrett has been a part of that as one of my co-chairs from the start, which has not justified our partnership in that space for public health, but whether it is, went from testing, right, and testing sites on Xavier's campus to educating not just the student population, but the communities, again, neighborhoods surrounding the campus, but also vaccines. So Xavier has been front and center from the very start of this pandemic, and it's been over a year now, and we're just focusing on one, coming out of this, and then on the recovery of the city. But we get vaccinated.
That's great. I know Xavier has been taking a lot of efforts to making sure that, their students are being vaccinated, being tested, and even when it comes to that social aspect of our, university, they're making sure that, okay, you need to be tested. You need to make sure that you're also vaccinated. Even if you are vaccinated, you still need a test. So I love all the precautions. It really makes us make sure that we're safe.
All right, so our next question is, why is it important that all students get vaccinated?
Well, it's important to protect life, and not just the lives of our students, but the lives of our people. So it's pretty common sense. If we want to get back to life as we know it, and particularly living the way that we do in our city, in the city of New Orleans, which is reflected in how we love, how we show up, how we embrace our culture and our people. So if we're wanting to get back to life as we know it, it is going to be through getting vaccinated. The hardest push is where we are right now, meaning that anyone who wants a vaccination or to be vaccinated can be vaccinated right now. There are literally no excuses. So I would say, in order for us to get to herd immunity, we need 75% of our population to be fully vaccinated. Right now, we're a little over 40% when it comes to that first dose. gearing up around 32% in terms of fully vaccinated. So we have a ways to go, and it is in the population that is centered really on your campus. So whether that is from 18 to 36, that's that sweet spot, and we need to push to the finish line. But there are no excuses, and it's not just the death rates that disproportionately impacted Black people, and particularly in this community, but also when we think about the long-term health impacts that we have seen that COVID has brought. So it's living through it, living with it, and coming out, on top. So we got to get back to it, and it's only through vaccinations.
Yes, ma'am. And I would like to commend you for the efforts that you have made in the New Orleans community to ensure that we continue to inspire people to get vaccinated throughout this pandemic. I think it has been excellent. Just seeing that Xavier has been one of the sites that we can receive vaccinations, I think that it has been awesome for our students to recognize how important it is to receive the vaccination.
Absolutely.
I appreciate, you can't sit, have the seal behind you and even take on that armor of being a Xavier. Not only I'm an alum, but just being a part of the Xavier family and knowing that Xavier continues to put the majority of Black students in the medical school and of course with pharmacy, and not stress towards 100%. Like we really can't allow that to be the narrative. We have a greater responsibility, I think, as being a part of the Xavier family and what we represent in the HBCU community in this country. So I say that we need to continue to lead, but Xavier is at the forefront of that.
Okay. And I know that you said we're at about 40% for the first shot. What do you think we can do to continue, encouraging people to take the vaccine and making sure that they understand that we're not just telling you to get this vaccine, but it is safe?
Sure. So what I've heard from various surveys from the ground is that people trust their doctors, their healthcare professionals, and they also trust their family. So it means that we need to be communicating effectively with our family, with real information, with the facts, and encouraging our loved ones to get vaccinated and encouraging them so that we can get back to loving one another the way that we so desire. And we need that. We need that love and that connection to be healthy, and so to be, whether it's your physical or your mental health, it all matters. And so I would say, do everything that you can, as well as I will do, to communicate the facts to people. It is a vaccination. We take vaccinations all the time. Science has advanced so far. From even talk about what happened in Tuskegee. We've come so far. And you have even vaccines that are mandated, right? Your kids can't go to public school or school without an immunization record. So this isn't new. We need to be vaccinated, just like we need from Hep C, Hep A, polio. I mean, all of these things. This is nothing different. It's only that this virus has consumed our lives at this time. And how much longer will we allow it to rule our lives? So kind of take the power back. And I only see that through stepping up to be vaccinated. I hear people say, oh, I'm looking at the side effects. Well, hell, the greatest side effect is death. Like some of the other vaccines that we take that prevent us from death or even contract other diseases. So this is serious. It's not a game. And understanding the impacts that it's had on Black people and brown people, we shouldn't be the ones, at the back of the bus. We need to be on the front line.
Yes, ma'am, for sure. All right, and our final and last question for you is, what are some resources that can help students be informed about the COVID vaccine and the vaccine sites?
So what I would say is that research, especially talking to you all, is truly at your fingertips, and in ways that even I don't even indulge. But I will say, and I will always point you to our website, which is nola.ready.gov. It has everything there in real time, not just about the vaccine, of course, where we are and how we're doing with the pandemic, but even shifting towards our recovery, and whether it is housing, workforce related, internships, summer programs for our youth, opportunities for our youth that are truly in abundance. But we need to, do all we can to get the information out and to share it with people so that they know that it is for them as well. And sometimes we count our own selves out, you know. So let's not do that. And I'm counting on you so that we can get more facts to the people so that they can have what they need to improve their lives.
Yes, ma'am. We will definitely ensure that we provide our students with some facts. And yes, do you have any questions for us?
Well, one, I'm just so proud of both of you, representing Xavier, and you have demonstrated. You've demonstrated, one, your commitment to yourselves, right, in learning, but also your commitment to the HBCU community and furthering just your goals and your aspirations. So if I can be of any help, don't hesitate. Make sure that you get my email. It's mayorcantrell@nola.gov. I check it myself. Whatever it is, send it my way, good, bad, indifferent, it doesn't matter. But only through communication is that we'll be stronger together. So, take care of yourself. And again, take care of one another. And let me know if I can be of any service to you. And I care about you and I love you.
Oh, thank you so much. We love you too. We just want to say thank you so much for joining us. I know this is a very,
trying time.
Trying time.
What's going on now? Yeah. So thank
you just so much for giving us the chance and opportunity to reconnect. One of my favorite things to do is connect with alumna and alumni. So thank you so much. And this cannot be our last event together. We definitely will be reaching out in this movie.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You have a great evening.
You too. And tell your parents I said hi.
Okay.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We truly appreciate it. This has been very informative. I hope that you all learned something new. We are super excited and very thankful for this opportunity to speak with Mayor Cantrell so you all can know what is happening in the city and how she thinks that us as students in the Xavier community can continue to impact the New Orleans community.
Yes, and I definitely just want to say again, just to reiterate a little bit, we really do appreciate you. One of the biggest things we need to do right now is kind of come together as a unit and come together as a Xavierite family and kind of push through so we can get through to the end of this pandemic. So, every little step towards a post-pandemic life counts. So thank you so much.